Welcome to the TankScan video series. In this series, we're going to show you how to connect our TSC, our C-Store fuel inventory system, to get information from your Veeder-Root systems at your C-Stores up to the internet so you can access them via your smartphone or desktop. In this case, it's the black unit which has the serial connection shown there, which connects to the gauge, and the other side is an Ethernet connection which connects to the internet. In today's video, we're going to use a 20-year-old Veeder-Root ATG, and we're going to upgrade that unit with a new serial card to enable this capability. We're going to connect that serial card with a cable to this black gateway shown on the screen, and the other side of this gateway is going to connect to an Ethernet cable that is connected to the internet. Then we'll power up the gateway and we'll confirm the readings are making their way up to the smartphone and desktop. So this is what the Veeder-Root system looks like, typical in the back of a C-Store. So if you take one of the screws out, you can swing this door open. Don't take the door off all the way. And then you can see the 4 expansion slots that are available on this system. We are going to pop out the knockout panel so that we have access to the cable at the bottom of the card that we're going to slide in. So just pop that up with a screwdriver and then wiggle it back and forth to pull it out. Here is the card that we're going to insert into this rack. I'm holding it with my thumb is on the connector that's going to go out of the bottom of that rack through that hole we just created. And the highlighted in yellow is the connector that's going to slide in to the connector on the back of the ATG rack. So we were preparing this ahead of time. The unit was still powered up. We were being careful where we were putting our hands and our screwdrivers. And why we were doing this is just to minimize the time that the Veeder-Root system is powered off. To slide this card in, we do need the Veeder-Root system powered down. And while that's happening, it is at risk in some systems that it would shut off your fueling pumps. And so we want the store operator at this point to be aware of that, to check and make sure they don't have anybody fueling at this time, wait for that opportunity. Then we'll pull the power to this unit. If you have a circuit breaker that you know of that pulls the power on it, use that. We did not know where that circuit breaker was, and so we had to carefully reach in. There is power on this unit right now, and we carefully pulled this white plug off to power it down. We were prepared with our serial card and our knockout plate to insert the serial card, and then we powered it back up by pushing this white connector back in, and we minimized the downtime on the Veeder-Root system as well as their fueling pumps. So here was the card. You can see us going ahead to enter that in there. There's the connector again, and here it is fully installed. You can see it lined up with the track on the top. You want to be careful as you push this in. Do not force it. It should go in nice and easy when you have good alignment. And then we use the black snap-in ping on the bottom right to secure this card in the rack. And so there we're just closing up the door and putting that screw in again to hold it in place as it was when we arrived. So next we'll show you how to set up the Veeder-Root system to recognize this new card and set up the communications so that it's ready to speak to our gateway. It's a bit hard to watch buttons being pushed on the screen, so I listed out the steps you need to do here on the side. I have already pressed this mode button, that upper right button, once to get to the reconciliation mode page, and then a second time to get it to the setup mode display. And so you see the setup mode display right here. Just read the instructions on the screen. To press function to continue. That's what I'm saying here. So press function button to continue, and we want to do that to the communications setup page, and then the step button to get to port settings, and you can follow that. There's a communication setup, then you see hit step to port settings. That's just one push. Press enter. There's the baud rate. Press change and cycle it through until it hits 9600. And what I did not show on the screen is to press enter. That's the second from the bottom on the list. That saves it. And then you can hit the mode button 2 times, and that'll return you to that main display with today's date and time. Next is connecting the cable to the bottom of the VidaRoot system. This is where we took that knockout panel out and we connected the cable in here. And the other end of that cable is connecting into our gateway. Making sure to screw the connectors in good and tight. We don't want any loose connections. And then connecting in the Ethernet cable on the other side. This cable was ran from the cashier island in the store over here to the VidaRoot system ahead of time, so we were ready to do the install today. And now I'm just going to prepare the mounting plate for the gateway. I'm just going to zip tie this to one of these conduit pieces here, and then we can just snap this gateway onto that backup plate, and our cables are connected. You can see I already actually plugged the power in, that black cable on the upper right. Normally we would plug that in after we get everything mounted in place. It was put in ahead of time. There you have it. It's secured underneath. You can see the status lights. We tidied up the cords a little bit with some zip ties. Then on the front of the gateway you can see the status lights. The first light is the status, which is normal, is a flashing green. The next is the health of your Ethernet or internet connection. In our case is a steady green. The serial port connection is normally amber, and when it's actually transmitting data it'll show green. And so when you first set this up, you will see it turn green for a while. If it goes amber, that's okay. It's just waiting for the next update. At this point you can confirm you're getting measurements up to your internet software. Go to the URL provided along with the username and passwords and get logged into the website here. This is the first screen that you see, and then you can come down and you can select on this site and you'll see the tank levels come up. Here's the current gallons of unleaded, here's the current gallons of 92 premium. And if you want to get these refreshed, these are updating in this case just a couple minutes ago, but if you want to compare exactly this number to what's on the front of your VidaRoot, you can go to this more link and then you can press on this big blue button called request data, and that goes out and makes a request to the VidaRoot system to bring that data up to the internet software. This takes about 2 minutes for that round trip of request to data to the internet, and then you can hit refresh here to update the internet itself to get that look at data. Or you can hit F5, that also does an internet refresh, or you can wait closer to 5 minutes and it will refresh on its own. So we'll go ahead and hit that refresh. We'll see that this number is not updated. We can hit that refresh button a few more times until we see the fresh data come in. And so you see this came in just a few seconds ago. It had not changed. And now you can read the number on the front of the VidaRoot and confirm you have the exact same information. So with that, we've completed the install. If you have any questions through the process, please feel free to call us at our technical support line. Thanks as always for joining us.